So this video that I'm posting is a video about a young lady that does not want to pay child support. But the part that I don't get here is that the judge has spoken to the father already, and the father said for $193, this is what they broke it down to, plus health insurance, he feels that he's been wrongfully charged because he has to live also, and that's too much. People, I'm going to let this video play in a minute because now he's talking to the mother. Then I'm going to try to go back in and find where the father is complaining about it's too much for him to pay. $193. I'm asking people, do you guys even evaluate each other before you guys get to that part of the child showing up? Because the child is with the grandmother, and the grandmother is trying to facilitate between the mother and the father so she could get some kind of support for the child. Now the father don't know if it's her son or the girl is her granddaughter, but somehow they're not getting along, so the grandmother has to intervene, and the court's now intervening and is trying to get them to cooperate with giving the grandmother some money. The mother already said, at the beginning of this video, the mother already said she's not paying no child support. The father already said that he's not making enough to take care of the child. So I'm gonna let this video play, but this is where we're gonna play it where the mother, the judge is trying to get the mother to understand that he spoke to her early and told her certain things that she had to do before she came to court, and she's not listening. So let's go ahead and hear the judge and the young lady's interaction.
All right. Ms. Jasmine, I'm going to try it for a third time, but if you just start going off talking, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I'll make a decision without you. So I want to hear your input, though, but we have to do this in an organized manner. Ms. Jasmine, do you want to testify?
What am I testifying? Because I don't understand. Everybody is trying to make it seem like my son don't want to come and see me and stuff like this.
First thing first, Ms. Jasmine, you remember my court rules I gave out at 9 o'clock this morning?
What did you say? I was on the train. You wasn't in there. It was another lady.
No, I was here at 9 o'clock.
So was I.
Well, no, you weren't, because it doesn't sound like you heard my instruction about not being in a moving car.
I let her know that I was actually on my way to work. I was on the train.
So, did I say that everybody can do what they want if they got to go to work? Or did I say that no one should be in a moving car today?
I wasn't driving, though. You said you said it's not good to drive. You said no driving. You said no driving and stuff like that. I'm not the one driving.
I said it doesn't matter whether you're the passenger driver, you should not be in a moving car today. You're in a moving car now.
I'm not moving. I'm at my job. I'm outside.
The messed up part about this is you could see her in the vehicle. You could see her in the passenger side of the vehicle, whether she's in the passenger side or the driver's side. But the judge distinctively said she cannot be in a moving vehicle, and she's arguing with him saying that she's not in a moving vehicle. And then she says, well, I'm not the one driving. And he gave her instructions from earlier, 9 o'clock, he said that she cannot be in a moving vehicle.
I just saw your car moving, man.
I'm a passenger. I'm not driving, though.
But you were in a moving car, correct?
I'm not moving right now. As you can see.
You were moving earlier, correct?
I was on my way to work. Yes, sir, I was. I was on my way to work. Do you
swear the testimony you're going to give
no one's paying my bills?
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Where are you employed, ma'am?
I'm employed at Little Creations.
What do they pay you?
But I'm not gonna pay any child.
What do they pay you there?
I've been paying child support for my son.
What do they pay you there? What do they pay you there?
What you mean?
How much do they pay you per hour?
Oh, they pay me $14. I'm not paying child support.
How many hours a week do you work?
40, but I'm not paying child support. This is why we came to court for him. We didn't come to court to talk about me.
I'm not asking you any question right now. You need to wait for the next question. We're going to do this in an organized manner. Do you have any other children? I think Miss Lisa said you had one other child. Is that correct? You need to unmute again. I see your mouth moving. You're on mute. I just need an answer to my question only. Do you have any other children besides the two children that we talked about earlier?
No, I do not. But they're trying to make me pay child support, and I'm not.
Stop.
I'm not paying child support.
Stop. Not very difficult to follow directions. Okay, Ms. Hood, can you make the calculation there?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just doing it based off of 40 hours a week, right?
Yeah, $14.
Ma'am, I'm not paying child support. I'm not doing that.
Your Honor, that is a gross of $22,426.66.
1,125 of that goes to my.
Ms. Hood, continue.
Your Honor, cash medical support obligations, the court orders would be $109. And giving credit for one other child, proposed child support obligation, $350. And just for the record, Your Honor, the net used in calculating child support was $1,997.66.
All right, I'm gonna make a ruling here that the child is to remain with the maternal grandmother. She has primary custody. Parties gonna be joint managed conservators. Father to have visitation on the first and third weekends of the month. Mother to have visitation supervised by grandmother on the second and fourth, let's say Saturdays, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Parties can agree to anything different on visitation if they choose to, but otherwise those will be the orders regarding visitation. Child support arrears owed by the father to the mother are $190.39 payable at $20 a month. Medical support arrears of $114 to be paid at $10 a month. Child support from the father to the mother and medical support from the father to the mother are stopped. So no further obligation there. Child support from the father to the grandmother is $396 a month. Medical support is $125 a month. All parties will be joint managed conservators. And mother's child support to be $350 a month, and mother's medical support to be $109 a month. Court costs as billed to each of the parents.
And Your Honor, there is one more issue. Non-disclosure as between the biological father and the mother. Your Honor, we would like to address that. I believe that there are some concerns about them knowing where the other person is living.
I'm gonna stop the tape right there and give you my thoughts. I personally think the father makes $18 an hour and the mother makes $14 an hour. The father has to pay in arrears, he's $193 in arrear, and he has to pay $20 a month. I'm not understanding how people that can't afford children are having children and then having an argument when it's time to take care of the child. That makes no sense. People that can't afford children should not be having children. They both sound like they're uneducated. You guys are raising children that you can't even support. This makes no sense. And it's funny because 47% of women that have children as single mothers are dealing with 24% of these men, right, that can't take care of a child. But they keep on doing this. And at some point, this is where we are in this world. That the bottom portion of the society is making more children than the ones that are successful. Make this make sense, people. Let me guys know what you think about this in the comments. Again, I give support to the creator. As you can see down below, you could go to the file and see the complete video of what's going on. But I just want you guys to see what I was talking about this lady saying that she's not paying child support, and the man she picked, that he has to only pay $20 a month for child support. Make this make sense, people.